Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wish I could talk about something exciting today, but I was debating on posting this or not, but we had a really bad experience with JetBlue on the way to Florida. And it was all over the news that there was so much going on in the airport, that everything was delayed, it was a wreck. And I just wanted to tell you about our 7-hour delay, almost 7-hour delay to Florida, which is only supposed to take 3 hours. So I have videos and recordings of the flight attendant, the pilot, which I'm going to be including in this video, so it just makes a little bit more sense. So our flight was at 6 a.m. We woke up around like 3:40, left the house, got there around like 5:20, and then we went through security, which the lines were insane that day, security, and we had to get on the flight at 6, but then they delayed it to 7, so we're like, okay, gives us an hour, that's perfect. I went and got pizza, I ate, it gave us time to get ready for the flight. Then we get on the plane. It took us a while to get in line to start flying. So they said they needed to defrost the plane, so we're waiting in line. It's been over 2 hours now. We're waiting in line. They're saying that they have to defrost the plane. I thought that was a lie. Like, it doesn't take 2 hours. Yes, it probably has to defrost because it was cold out. But 2 hours, it's because they were very unorganized and didn't know where planes were coming in, and you have to be in a line. You can't just take off. Like, you need to keep track of that to make sure there's no collisions with airplanes. So after waiting 2 hours, they're like, oh, of the plane ran out. So we had to go back. It took, I'd probably say, another hour for the plane to get fueled up again. And then all of a sudden it breaks. We're stuck in there for another hour. So at this point it's around 4 hours and we're stuck on the plane. We have no water. You know, everyone's probably a little hungry, but it was mostly water because it was extremely hot in the airplane. Even though it was only like 10 degrees outside, it was still extremely hot. Everybody's so close together. It's been 4 hours at this point. I think even a little bit over 4. Then the pilot says, you know, something broke. It felt like an explosion. Like, we dropped. They said it was something on the bottom with, like, I forgot what it's called, but I think it was like the thing that holds up the wheel or something broke. Something broke, but it dropped and it felt like an explosion. I thought something exploded. So then the pilot's like, we're gonna try to fix the plane. Everybody stay on. Then the flight attendant saying, do not listen to the pilot, which I'm going to put it in there. She did say that. They said, don't listen to the pilot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Imagine being on that plane and hearing that your pilot doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's flying the plane. That's scary. That's really scary. That's like a nurse saying the doctor doesn't know what he's doing, and he's about to do like surgery or write you medicine or something like that. That's scary. So after that happens, the pilot said, don't leave. And then the flight attendant said, we've been on here way too long. You're not allowed to stay on the plane past this hour, especially if we didn't leave. These flight attendants don't get paid until we're in the air. So, like, I feel like a lot of people were taking it out on them. And I feel like maybe I was too a little bit. But you have to remember, we were stuck on this plane. It's hot. You know, we all just we've been up since 3 in the morning. And we want to leave, and at this time it's already 9 o'clock. We should have been in Florida by 9. So I think we finally leave the plane around maybe like 10:30. We get off because she said grab your stuff, and then she said if you leave the plane you're not coming back. They don't know when the next flight is and all of this, and it's getting people upset. So we asked, can there be an agent, like a bunch of people there when we get off? So we get off, there's only one person there to help every single person on that flight. Every single person on that flight needs to find another flight, and there's no flights for the next couple of days. So I'm going to show the video of everybody like kind of like getting frustrated with this guy because he wasn't listening to us. You know, a lot of people came down here to see their families or came down here for a vacation. Like, this would ruin someone's trip, especially if you're making us stay on the airplane for 5 hours. You should have asked us to come off and we could have stayed in the airport. So I think like an hour and a half goes by. We board, I think around 12 we started boarding. They fixed the plane. Now we have to get back on the plane that broke. Everyone's terrified. We're afraid it's going to break in the air. The engine or something's going to break. Because I feel like they didn't tell us the full story. Because they went back and forth and told us different things. And then finally told us. So it was kind of like, I guess they didn't want to get people all anxious on the plane. But not telling us was making us more anxious. Because it felt like they were lying and it was something bigger than what it was. So anyways, we get on the plane. It takes 30 minutes, we're still not moving. We're like, why are we stuck on this plane again? Now we're waiting in line again. Another hour goes by. So I would say we didn't get on the plane until around 2 o'clock, 2:30. And then we didn't get to the airport until maybe around 5:36. So it turned into a whole day. Instead of leaving at 6 in the morning, we got to the airport at 6. So it was just a little bit crazy and very unprofessional. No one knew what they were doing, and honestly, I don't think I'll ever fly JetBlue again. Okay, so now it's time to show you videos, and I'll just do a little bit voiceover so you know where I am in the video. This is when I got here and the first problem occurred.
They're just unorganized, and they don't know how to freaking do anything.
I don't believe what you're saying is true.
Wait, hold on. Did you see what the flight attendant just said? I don't believe what he's saying is true. Let's rewind that. If you're a flight attendant, you cannot say that because everyone's face was like, if he doesn't know what he's doing, why is he flying our plane? Anyways, let's go to the next clip.
What's going on? I'm sorry. If everyone can just listen for a second, I do not believe what he's saying is correct.
Again, she said it for the second time. I don't believe what he's saying is correct. So our pilot is lying to us.
I do not believe what he's saying is correct.
Now, I don't know who was correct, who was right or wrong, because we weren't filled in. We don't know the full story. Maybe the flight attendant was correct and didn't believe him. But it's still like a scary situation to put someone in. And then he flew the plane all the way later in the video. He still flew the plane. So it like scared me and scared other people, like making it think like the pilot didn't know what he was doing. And that's scary because we trust him with our lives because we're on the flight.
At this point, when we get back to the gate and they open this door, I'm almost sure once the gate agent comes here, everyone has to deplane the aircraft because we've been on this aircraft for too long. So if everyone gets off, I don't know what he's talking about relooking and all that stuff. But there is an FAA rule that we've all been on this aircraft for too long. Everybody will have the right to
Have
deplane.
a JetBlue manager.
Yeah,
Come here.
At gate immediately
Have a
when we get
shitty
off.
archive.
Multiples to handle everyone on this flight. 4+ hours now. Compensation is owed. This is unacceptable.
I'm here with you. We are also going to be here with you. We've been here since 5:40 this morning as required by JetBlue. As soon as this door opens, I give you my word, I will get you the best information possible. But as far as I know it, everyone has to deplane because we've all been, including us, we've all been on this aircraft for too long. So it's only a matter of getting the jet bridge back to the door so that I can open that door. In the meantime, please, we're trying our best. If you guys want to call 1-800-JetBlue, if however you want to do it.
Hey, well, they better have your luggage.
No, they're not gonna all be able to handle our call.
Hey, but where's our luggage gonna go?
And all of those questions, as soon as I know answers, I will help you. Just keep in mind, please, don't take it out on us. We're doing this here with you, and we only have a certain amount of answers that they're giving us. I will know more as soon as they open the door, and I promise I will be
right outside this plane because I have all my stuff in there.
So at this time, it was before the plane broke. This is everything before where we're going back and they're saying that we might have to get off. And then they were saying if we get off, we can't get back on. So yeah, this was before the plane broke. Just wait until that part.
This flight's not leaving. The piece broke on the plane. We're not going anywhere.
Something.
Oh my God, guys.
What was that?
So we're stuck on the plane for 4 hours. We haven't been able to move. We had to go back to the gate. All of a sudden, the plane felt like it was going down. Dude, literally
It was
just
like shaking, like making weird noise.
my god.
To deal with the passengers, and then you have to deal with
Hey,
them.
when are we going to the gate? That's the like. When are we going to the gate to get off? Like, what is going on? That's the question.
So after they made that whole thing saying that we had to go to the gate, they tried to push the plane off and be like, oh, it's ready to fly, and then something breaks. So we have to go back to the gate. It's so confusing because so much stuff is happening. I can't even keep track of it.
There's a CRO over here. Somebody,
Everyone's leaving.
Everybody has to get off the aircraft. Please take all your belongings with you. Do not leave anything on the aircraft. The cargo, but everything you have with you on the plane has to go off with you. Your water. And we'll report, but for now, you have to take everything off with you. Double check to see that package. Make sure you have all your belongings.
What annoyed me the most is the pilot finally got on the phone. After 4 hours, he made an appearance on the phone. And he said, stay on the plane, we're gonna try to fix it. And the flight attendant's like, no. These people have to get off. It's like they've been on the plane for too long. We can't break the rules. So everyone just left. Everyone's like, enough, we're leaving. And we weren't even sure if we were gonna get the same plane or not be able to get tickets for the next couple of days. So we get off and we're supposed to be talking to an agent at this point.
Going on a flight today. Oh my God. Oh boy. I'm going to.
They told us there was going to be a bunch of people helping us.
No shit. Something broke on it. What are we doing about it?
We need
4+ hours. Compensation is owed. I'd like to know what's happening.
What flight was this? RSW?
Yes.
We've been
Fort
stuck.
Myers.
We've been stuck for 5 hours.
They pulled up. Where are we going?
Excuses.
Well, I went to Brock there.
Go ahead, you go.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, you don't insult your customers. That's an insult. Yes, it is. Listen, here's the thing. I need management here. You're talking to me. Okay. 4 hours on the plane. What is the compensation? What is the plan moving forward? How are we getting to Fort Myers?
So we'll wait for new aircraft.
How long is that going to take?
Who knows? Could be 30
Exactly.
minutes.
Could be hours.
There's no
Okay.
definitive time.
I know. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because we paid to get somewhere by a certain time,
Correct.
and we're nowhere close to
I
that.
understand situations will arise like this.
Like
There was
what?
a safety issue.
What safety
Someone
issues?
snapped something off, pushing the pain back. They're idiots then.
That's a safety issue.
You hide behind all these things. You've answered nothing. So again, who is your boss? Let's get them down here.
So right now I'm in charge of this terminal. So I can take you to rebook if you want to.
We need someone higher than this. No, this.
How
this
are
is
you
actually-
rebooking all these people?
No, this is.
Well, we're not rebooking. Well, as soon as we get a new aircraft,
No, he's saying nothing.
we'll board the aircraft. That's it. Well, as soon as we get,
As soon as we get it. And then he's in charge of it. And then how are the bags going from this old plane to the new plane? Who's moving those?
the ramp,
The who?
the ramp,
The ramp will do.
the ramp. Yes, it's gonna be all transparent.
When do we get any compensation for having waited all day?
Well, you've been boarded. You've been here since 6 o'clock, right?
Yes.
So Jeff will give you compensation.
When and how and where?
Well, you didn't email.
What the heck?
I-
So honestly, at this point, he was just saying a bunch of random stuff. He really didn't know what was going on. And now looking back, I kind of feel bad. But like at the same time, it was kind of frustrating because we didn't know when our next flight was. We've been waiting there all day, and no one's answering our questions at all.
He's not a good customer service rep.
That's not his job. He's trying to be positive. She's not positive, so in a way,
But she's the one who's making bad calls.
You do me a favor. Whatever you just told me, call answer and report it.
Yeah, she said he don't know what he's talking about. What does matter?
Everyone seemed to have a problem with this guy, so I knew it wasn't just me that was having a problem. They were all going off on him. I tried to put the emoji because his like badge was there and I don't want to post that. I tried to zoom in as best as I could and not get any of the flight attendants or anybody in the video. I tried my best, But we finally get on the plane, and then you'll see we're gonna be waiting there for another like 2 hours, and we don't go off until like 2:32, which is insane.
So if we can all take our seats, close our overhead bins, fasten our seatbelt, you'll sit where you're supposed to.
The DX just waiting on the aircraft in front of us to pull forward. We'll be pulling up forward behind him, and then we will be next on the agenda. So please have some patience. There's really nothing we can do about it right now. We still need to get the snow off the wings before we depart. So have patience. We'll be off, and we'll have you safely over to.
This is crazy. We've been here for almost like an hour waiting to take off.
We've been here.
So we finally took off. I don't think they did this intentionally or to get anybody upset. We're all human, we all make mistakes. But I definitely think the situation could have been handled differently or said differently. Anyways, I have a flight on the way back home to New York. Hopefully it goes way smoother than the ride here. Let me know if you like this type of content. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.